In part 3, we're going to be looking at decanting. Now, decanting is very important when we're looking at finer wines. Wines which have been laid down, rested for a period of time. Not necessarily important when we're looking at supermarket wines. These are designed to be drunk with minimal fuss from you. Decanting is about fine wine. It's about allowing a wine to open up and show its true flavours. The reason being, when we make wine for lying down, for aging, what happens is the wine goes through a life cycle. It starts really vibrant, then goes dormant, becomes slightly grumpy in teenager years, and then finally opens up into the young adults that we all know they will eventually turn into. Most wines, when we open them, are still in that slightly teenage, adolescent years, and they're a bit grumpy, and they don't want to come out and play, they don't want to clean their bedrooms. That's what the decanting is. The decanting is that time to allow the wine to aerate, to get that oxygen in, to bring it to life again, bring out those flavours. And it's essentially quite a simple task. Things we have to look out for are sediment in the wine and potentially any broken cork from old corks, but that we can't really do much with. What we do is we need a good light source. Now, I'm lucky that I've got these lights around me at the moment. I can see through the wine. We need a good light source so that we can actually see the sediment when it rests in the neck of the wine. So what you do, once you've opened it, as we saw in the last part, is you take your wine, you get your light source, and you look through the neck here. The narrowest part of the bottle which is most translucent. You're looking through it, and you're pouring. And you're pouring slowly. You want almost a continuous stream coming out of that bottle. Nothing too fast, nothing too slow. You don't want the glugging, because what the glugging does is it brings that sediment up and around the bottle, which means you don't get a lovely, fine wine. Now, as you can see in the decanter, there's some lovely bubbles. And this is because we're pouring from height and we're letting oxygen in. It's aerating the wine. And this is what brings it to life. Now, a good bottle of wine will probably take a couple of minutes to decant if you're being really careful. I'm not going to do it all today because otherwise you'll get bored watching me pour wine, just to watch me drink it later. So that's how we decant wine. And in part 4, our last part, we're going to be looking at one of the most interesting modern adaptations for wine serving, the Coravan. Stay tuned for that.